This vlog is going to be about my reflection on Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Hurston and just some key themes that I found that were really important to me. The first one I wanted to talk about was Hurston's way of bringing out love in relationships. She, just a little insight on the story, she brings in about how Janie is on her spiritual journey of finding herself and her identity, but she's also in a relationship with Tea Cake. And so it's like she's alone, but she's not alone. Because, like, she has a person there with her, but she's pretty much alone because she's on her own journey to find herself. And I think it's important that we realize that it's okay to be alone and it's okay to be really independent when it comes to finding yourself or doing what you need to do for yourself. But it's also really okay to have somebody there to help you, whether it's a partner or just a friend or a family member, somebody like that. Someone who's with you and who's willing to help push you, but also realizing you have to push yourself. Because if you don't push yourself and people don't see you working hard for what you want, I don't think anybody would really want to help. And it's love and relationships is a tough thing. It's hard to love someone when you don't know how to love yourself. So I think Hurston telling us how Janie's on her own enlightenment journey to find her spiritual her spiritual center is what I'm calling it. It makes sense to me. But she's like trying to find her spiritual center with God also, because she's like following in his footsteps to try and be a better her. And she's just pushing forward to be her best self. And when it comes to love and relationships, I think it's better to have self-love instead of pushing out all of your love, because then you won't have any love for yourself. So I think it's really important that we realize that Janie's journey to find herself is something we all pretty much are doing. We're all throughout life are trying to find ourselves while also pushing out a little bit of love to everybody, to anyone we interact with or anybody we want to keep really close. The second theme that I wanted to talk about was Hurston's way of bringing in language and dialect. She speaks a lot about Southern Black dialect, which is like, to me, being in the South and seeing my African American family and my African American friends, their Southern dialect is really like a strong but kind tone to it. And so it's like they're strong in what they're wanting to talk about and what they're trying to get across, but they also do it in a way that's not really aggressive. They want to make sure everybody understands, but they don't want to cause a conflict or like something, like they don't want to cause issues. They don't want to butt heads. So they do it in a way that's respectful. And Janie with like speaking up for what she wants to do and like going on for herself, I think it's just really